Hello YouTube, this is a review of the HP Envy M6-n010dx laptop. With an AMD A10-5750M CPU, 6GB of RAM which I bumped up to 8, AMD 8650G integrated graphics, a 750GB hard drive which I upgraded to a 250GB Samsung SSD, two 2.0 USB ports and two 3.0 USB ports, a 15.6-inch 1366 by 768 touchscreen HD display, and backlit keyboard. Beats audio speakers, which is better than average. This machine is a powerful multimedia computer. It retails for $629, but if you look around, you can find it for cheaper. This is the backlit keyboard, which looks really nice. Over here you have your USB ports, headphone microphone combo jack, Ethernet port, and AC adapter. To the other side, you have your exhaust port, HDMI, two more USB ports, an SD card slot reader, and you have your power indicator and hard disk indicator. On the bottom casing, we have the subwoofer and the service door where you can upgrade your RAM, hard drive, and Wi-Fi card. To access the service door, simply undo the battery with the little latch right here. Pull that off, and there'll be a little screw here. This is the regular Phillips screw. Afterwards, just pull, just pry off. And as you can see here, the SSD drive which I upgraded it with, the RAM, and the Wi-Fi module. As far as gaming is concerned, the AMD 8650G, which is the counterpart to the Intel HD 4600 graphics, is very good when it comes to gaming. As you can see, playing War Thunder on high settings showed little lag. While you will not be able to go to Ultra, most games you will be able to play with either low to mid settings, or even high if the game is old. Other such games I have played are, but not limited to, Age of Empires 3, Supreme Commander, Call of Duty World at War, Bully Scholarship Edition, Company of Heroes 1 and 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, GTA 4, Empire Total War, Insurgency, and Shadow Warrior. I have 68 games in my Steam library, so I do not want to list each and every one. This is just a sample. And now for the final part, the disassembly of the HP Envy. And it's actually fairly easy. Just have two things. Phillips screwdriver. It can be precision. A regular one should work, but I'm using a 2.4mm one, if you were wondering. And contact cement, which you can buy at really Walmart or any hardware store. It's good bonding adhesive for rubber and plastic, and it doesn't dry like rock hard, so if you ever need to take off the rubber feet, which you have to do for this computer to get to the screwdrivers, you can just peel them off again if you need to take it off again. It works very, very well. Good adhesive, strong enough for the rubber feet, but not too strong. So let's put that over there. So first, let's just go ahead and undo the battery again. Pop open the service door. Put that to the side. And just want to show you something. There will be a ribbon cable right there. All you do for that ribbon cable is that little black bar. Put that up. Let's take the ribbon cable out. And that's it. That is the only ribbon cable you have to move in this computer, which is very good. So afterwards, just get your screwdriver on the opposite end and just pry that off. And there you go. The RAM
can just stay in here. It doesn't need to be pried off. The hard drive had to, because what we want to do is remove that silver screw, and that silver screw. And also screwdriver on this rubber foot and the other rubber foot. Let's put that to the side. And when it comes to removing these screws, these rubber feet can stay. You don't need to undo those, but every screw you see needs to come out. So let's get started. And we'll get the adhesive off the rubber. I mean the plastic. Let's go ahead and get all of these screws. Make sure you just put them in a safe place because they're easy to lose. They can be very easy to lose. And some of them can be a little stubborn to get out. And if that's the case, don't worry about it. We pry open the lid, they'll come out. And after we get all the big screwdrivers out, and I'll get the silver ones too in a bit, you need to get these screwdrivers here in the battery compartment too. I believe there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Little, very small ones that we definitely want to be careful. Little hard drive screws. Looks like a complex process, but HP has the benefit of having their disassembly manual online, which I will provide a link for. So that was extremely helpful when I want to take open the bottom casing of this computer. Alright. Now you have tabs right here and tabs in the front part of this computer. So personally, you can either use like a wedge tool and pry open the front here, or you can, which I find easier, reach back behind the hinges and just pop it like that. And just be very careful when you pry it open. If something's not moving, then take a look and make sure you moved all the screws like I did not do. And one last note, and I always forget this. This little chip right here, make sure you have this wire unplugged. And that is it. No other ribbon cables, no other wires you have to remove. Just pop open this back plate. And you're in. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So, you're just curious. There's the internals of the HPNV M6-n010dx. So, yeah, there's your subwoofer. And there's all the good old internals that makes everybody imitate it to open up their computer. There's your fan. Those are the hinges. And yeah, there's your RAM. So yeah, so if you need to clean your fan, that's pretty much how you open it up to clean it. Everything else is, well, everything else. So we'll go ahead and put this back together. So once the base is snapped back on and everything is screwed together, that's time to put the rubber feet back in. And sometimes the adhesive can be a little stubborn, so alcohol or hydrogen peroxide can help get it off. So on your rubber feet, you're going to have, one of them's going to have an R on it. So you can see right there. Of course, you know that means right. And I will just fit in this one. So we take our contact cement. Make sure you don't immediately pull it out because it will drip. You don't need a glob of it. And just go ahead and just like wipe it on the rubber feet. And since we're not letting this be a strong bond, you can just immediately put it on the laptop. Make sure it lines up with the shapes too, and just go ahead and press it down, and you're done. Other foot. Again, just go ahead and wipe the surface. Make sure it's lined up. Let's go ahead and put it in. And you're done. And it will still form a nice, strong adhesive bond, but we're not actually clamping something together. So that means so that we don't have to let it dry or anything. And, don't immediately put this in your book bag because you have to live just a little bit of time to let the adhesive set in. So of course, it's a laptop. When you have it the other way around, the rubber feet will just be pushed down by the weight of the computer, and everything will be well. So let's go ahead and put our hard drive back in. Let's go ahead and reseat the cable. Go and get our service door. We're just going to push that back in. Screw that service door back in. Put back in the battery. Ah, crap. Almost forgot. A little wire that we unhooked. Just plug it back in. It's really simple. Line it up and just push it in. It should be good. Battery. Make sure everything's nice, snapped in. Let's open it up. And it will give you this screen about a CMOS checksum. Just follow the on-screen instructions, just press enter. And it will boot back up normally. And that is how you disassemble your HP Envy. Thank you for watching. So all in all, if you're looking for a good multimedia machine for casual gaming, the HP Envy M6 is a very good computer. A few facts I forgot to mention is that it's a touchscreen, as you can see. It works very well. Battery life can vary from 2 to 5 hours depending on the brightness and how much you're taxing the system. And thank you for watching.